Hi, this is going to be a love reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or whatever planetary placement it fits you, I guess. If you would like to have a personal reading by me, please check out the description box below, and you should be able to find the information you need there. Also, please check out my Facebook. That is Stina Tarot on Facebook, I'm guessing. Anyways, please, it'd really be very helpful for me if you would please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you feel like it, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified in the future when I post new videos. Alright, so I had already started your video, and well, the wind is picking up here, and I'm out in my greenhouse, so if you hear some crashing and banging around, that's what it is. I apologize, but it is the most convenient place for me to perform the readings right now. So I had already drawn 3 cards for the past position and your current circumstance concerning your current relationship or love interest. And the cards that had shown themselves is the Sun. Oh wait, no, actually it was sorry, I picked that up backwards. It was the Clover, the Mountain, and the Sun. So it's a possibility that in the recent past that you may have had a fortunate chance or event that had cleared away some kind of blockage to your happiness and success, or some kind of blockage was removed and enlightenment happened, like maybe something that was hidden was found out. Alright, we're going to continue on to your present position now. Alright, messages for Cancer concerning their current romantic love interest or relationship for the end of April 2020. Present messages, please. You have the Heart. That falls underneath the Clover. So, fortunate emotional occurrence. And then you have the Ship. Possibly a need to travel to your love interest, or that your love interest will be traveling, and the Lily, or lilies, which may be a older, wiser person, so it could be a parent, it could be that your love interest is older than you, or you them. It may also mean that you are trying to follow your higher intuition, or it could be that you are changing direction of your behavior. Maybe in the past you had been hanging on to a behavior that was no longer serving you, or this connection, and so you are changing the way you behave in your current connection and future connections in order to have a more pure connection. Alright, so let's see what's if everything stays the same, what's coming in the near future for Cancer. You have the Star. These are all good cards. Like, what's coming in your future? Cancer, if everything stays as it is. You have the Dog. And I also seen the Anchor. So in the near future, if everything stays the way it is in between you and your current love connection or your love interest, there will be success with loyalty, being reliable on both parts, yours and theirs, and you will achieve stability, security, and routine. Alright, so what's under the deck is the Key. What's on top of the deck is the Child. So maybe in your awareness that you have children with this person, or that you would like to have children with this person, or have a new beginning. But from what's driving underneath, or what may be unseen, or just a understanding, would be that this relationship or this connection is significant to the both of you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clarify a little bit. Not that I really think we need it, but maybe we can get some zodiac signs. Please clarify the Mountain and the recent past. you may have been dealing in a situation where there was toxic behavior. There may have been cheating, or a person who had come in between you and your current love interest, or your current relationship. There was definitely some devilish behaviors, or you may have been in a codependent situation that you felt like you had to be a part of, or you could just simply be dealing with a Capricorn. Show me the sun. What is it? Show me the sun. The sun is clarified with the Eight of Wands, which means you may have taken action. The wands are pointing away from the devil in the mountains, so you may have gained some clarity about the situation and taken action to move away from it and move towards genuine love. There's been some form of a reveal, or receiving of a honest message, understanding in the present moment, but you both have honest intention and thought when it comes to the connection. Let me see the ship. Oh, and the sun may represent a Leo, and then you have the Eight of Wands, which may be a Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. I'm guessing you may be dealing with a fire sign, though, because we just got the Strength card. So it took a lot of inner strength and a lot of self-restraint, control, and determination in order to change the past behavior and begin a new pure start where honesty is a focus. Because possibly you feel stuck and bound to old behaviors. Let's see, what is the star? Show me the star in the near future if everything stays the same. Star, you get the Wheel of Fortune, and it being on top of the star, I'm going to guess this is good karma. Things are going to turn in the favor of the relationship. Show me the dog. Show me the dog. Please show me the dog. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. This could be a Taurus, or it could be becoming more abundant in your pentacle, your coin. You may be very passionate about this individual, or this individual may be very passionate about you, and they may be looking to have a very new, passionate beginning, possibly. Show me the anchor. Oh, so this is giving me a completely different energy. So this, I'm sorry about the noise. It looks like you may be trapped in your head about something you had done in the past. Possibly you had stepped out of a relationship with a fire sign and entertained a earth sign, but it was purely passion. And so in the near future, there may be a turn of events where this earth sign attempts to be in contact with you again and offer you just passion. And I believe that you are going to practice discernment in making that a decision whether or not to communicate with them or engage with them, and that you will be on guard against their advances, which is great for you. Like, if it's something in the past that happened that tore you apart from, you know, genuine love for lust or passion, I commend you for practicing self-control, because it's not easy to do, especially if your current relationship is struggling. So let's see the key. Why is the key here? What is the key for? The key is the Empress. Again, this could be a Taurus, or I like to say it could be a Virgo also. But there's significant growth happening right now. Something that you wanted, you're working towards with your current connection is growing. Show me the child. And it could be with a wife. Show me the child. Or you may end up expecting. So if be careful, especially with that Ace of Wands there. Show me the child. The child, you have the Three of Coin, which is Taurus. There may be a new partnership, a new beginning within a established partnership. Clarify, child. One more time. Yeah, a new commitment to having a new, genuine beginning with your family. All right. Let's see what could be the possible outcome if things keep moving the way that they are. Union, marriage. Two minds, meeting equally and engaging together in a form that is cohesive and fluid. So, Cancer, this is a really good reading. Let's see here. Let's pull some. I keep forgetting that the initials, I forgot them in the last video too till I was almost done with reading. So this will tell us maybe possibly some letters or initials or, any kind of letters or numbers that pertain to your interest or the situation, like an anniversary or birth dates or, initials of their name, letters that may be significant to a city, state, etc. Anyway, so show me which letters and numbers Cancer may be dealing with in the last 2 weeks of April. J, the number 10 or the number 1, and maybe. Again, I apologize about the noise. G wanted to pop out in the letter 7. K, and the number 11 or 2. You may also be dealing with, or have something to do with number 3. T, the number 20 or 2, number 9. And we will look at the bottom of the deck here, and that is Z, the number 26 or 8. And on the top of the deck we have A, the number 1. So let's see what kind of postcard you get from the Spirit Postcard deck, I believe it's called. Messages for Cancer concerning their current romantic love interest or partner for the last 2 weeks of April. This message is, dearest you, over here there's no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible, but it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities. Man, this thing might just blow away. So, comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as Spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in a glorious technicolor. Loving you so much, as always. Okay, and so then I had also for the other signs been trying to pull a blind spot card from the blind spot oracle deck. Let's see what you get. Alright, message for Cancer concerning their current love interest or partner, romantic, the last half of April 2020. You have the number 38. These may get a little lengthy, so if you don't want to sit and listen to it, just go ahead and fast forward. I won't be offended. Alright, so the number 38 is reactivity. You are currently emotionally reacting instead of responding, and you are not seeing why you are reacting in the way that you are. As people, we react when we feel deeply threatened. The reality is that you feel unsafe and at risk in the scenario in some way. We feel threatened, our survival mechanisms take over our capacity to objectively view or understand the situation at hand. These mechanisms make us act immediately. We react in order to avoid, postpone, or nullify the threat of loss. Like a gunshot shooting off a bullet, we act so quickly that we make serious mistakes, which we can't take back and may spend a long time paying for it. Kind of reminds me of don't make permanent decisions while experiencing a temporary emotion, right? If you have drawn this, the threat in the circumstances in which you find yourself is not as intimate or as big as you think it is. It may not even be there at all, but the idea of that threat is causing you to think, say, and do things that are making the problem much bigger than it was to begin with. And the more reactive you get, the more potential for the solution will diminish. Anytime we are reactive, we are on the defensive. This means we have a real vulnerability we are hiding and guarding. What is your vulnerability? What are you really afraid of? What is really painful in this scenario? In this scenario, is it critical to stop, slow things down, do nothing until you are no longer in an emotionally charged state of being? When we walk into a lake, often we stir up the mud at the bottom of the lake and the clouds in the water so we cannot see clearly. We need to stand completely still and wait for the mud to settle back down to the bottom of the water in order to see clearly. The mud in the water is the scenario, is the charged emotion in our body. Do not act until it has settled. By slowing things down and refusing to act until stirred up emotional mud has settled, you are giving yourself a chance to come out of fight or flight mode and see the situation from an objective standpoint. You can then respond according to the more objective understanding that you do have. A reaction is instantaneous and is therefore driven by the subconscious mind. This means it is driven by past trauma, beliefs, biases, prejudices, and primitive bodily functions. Because it is a function of the subconscious, you do it without thinking. Response, however, is driven by conscious mind. It happens when we make a decision after evaluating long-term effects, the impact on others, as well as our deepest values and personal truth, because it involves conscious choice. It is a byproduct of free will. If you have drawn this, you are being asked to respond, not react. If you have drawn this, it will benefit you to spend time accepting in the energy of card number 30, as well as this one, and coming to understand its message as well. Well, they're kind of lengthy, so I'm not going to read card 30. Maybe another day. And we just have a couple more to go. Alright, so let's see what messages we have for Cancer from the Spiritual as Fuck deck. Messages for Cancer, second half of April. 2020 considering their current love interest or partner. So your messages are, it's up to you to find the beauty in the ugliest days. Everyone survives some super shitty days, but even when it comes to those crappiest of crap days, you look back, you can pretty much always find something beautiful. Maybe someone was unexpectedly kind to you, or for a split second, Or for oh, hold on, sorry. Or for a split second, the starting for a split second, the gold sunset made you forget your life was crumbling. Or perhaps there were donuts with sprinkles at your first AA meeting. The trick is to train yourself to spot the beauty in that very moment, aka real time now. It makes the ugly days a little less ugly. Manifest the fuck out of your dreams. The most vulnerable thing to admit to is not your deepest wound. It is what you really truly want. We're talking about the biggest, craziest dreams and desires. Be vulnerable at last. And at least with yourself. Write that shit down. Make a to-do list. And maybe even tell someone. Make it happen. You can do this. Nin said that... Oh, wait, I didn't read first. Ancient proverb. If you meet more than 2 assholes a day, you're it. Nin said that we don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. Oh, I love that, because I really do believe that, like, you never actually interact with anybody but yourself, because you're unable to perceive anything but what you perceive from your own experiences that are programmed into your mind. It's almost as if, like, no two people ever actually share the same reality, and I could go way deep into that. So we see them as we are. So 1 or 2 assholes could be random. 3 assholes is a clear sign you've got your sphincter. You got on your sphincter glasses. Take a moment to check in with your perception of things. It might just be that you, Cupcake, are the asshole. Luckily for you and everyone else, you've got the power to change that. Okay, and I know that there was another... Okay. Let's see what this one says. Angel message for Cancer. Second half of April, considering their current love interest or partner. I'm going to do it this way. That's not working very well. You have moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So those career adventures you want to go off on, do it. At the bottom of the deck we have donations and charitable work. Give joyful to the organizations and the people who spiritually support and inspire you. And know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. So don't forget to give freely, without hesitation, without reservation. When you are not in a lack mentality and you're not afraid of not having enough, even if you give and you don't have enough, it will be replaced. It's when we sit there in that lack mentality and we really harp on that, well, that's what we get. What you think is what you project into your reality. So if you think you're poor or you think you're in poverty, then you'll continue to be in poverty. Just set your intentions and move forward. Don't get caught up in old stuff and dwelling on stuff that hasn't even happened yet. Take it one day at a time. Stay present. It looks like things are going great in your connection currently, or at least for the next 2 weeks. I hope that this stays on course and nothing changes. It looks like you've made some responsible decisions to cut out a third party, but that third party may still be kind of tempting. And the reason it is because there's injury or trauma within you that you need to fix, because it's clear that you want a happy family and you want to resurrect and bring purity and stability back to that family. You can't do that as long as you let her or him cross your mind. Why is it that you're so tempted by her or him? Is it really them, or is it something a little loose with you? All right, Cancer. I hope this has been helpful to at least someone out there. And again, please like, and I really would appreciate if you subscribed, comment, hit the notification bell, and again, if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, my contact information is provided below in the description box. Visit my Facebook page, Stina's Tarot. I do plan to occasionally do some free live readings on that page. I did one tonight actually, and it turned out to be pretty successful, I think, for my first one. Yeah, Cancer. So enjoy the rest of your month, and I will see you soon.